This video is to show you how to do standard and simple formatting to make an MLA formatted essay using documents in Google Drive. The first thing to do is, of course, to log into your LCJ Mail, and then in your Google Apps menu, go to Google Drive. Once you're in Google Drive, on the left-hand side, you go to Create, and then click on Document. This will open up a new document. Of course, as always, you should begin by giving a title to your document. Click on Untitled Document in the top left corner, and then give your document a title. I'm going to type some text so we can see what we're looking at here. Here is some text. I'm going to select the text. You can either do it by clicking and dragging, or you can use Control or Command A, depending on which platform you're using. You'll notice that above the text there is a toolbar. So here you can change the font. Click here and you can choose between several fonts, and if you want more, you can click here. That'll take you to an area where you can choose from about, well, several hundred different fonts that are made available on the web by Google. Of course, Times New Roman is the font that you should choose when you're making an academic essay. Next to that is the font size. Of course, you can just click and choose the font size. 12 point is the font size that you should use. So you should set your documents to use Times New Roman 12 point. This is something that I'll show you how to make automatically happen in a future video. Next, let's take a look at the alignment of text. Let's say, for example, this might be a title. You might want it to be centered. Many people will click before it and do tab, 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 or space, 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 but that's not the best way. Instead, go up to the toolbar, and here you'll see paragraph alignment settings. You can set it to center alignment, right alignment, or again to left. There's another setting here for justified alignment, but you should not use that, not for an academic essay. I'm going to write some more text. So we can have 2 lines of text, so I can show you line spacing. So I'm going to select the text again. So if you want your document to be double-spaced, which is what most academic documents should be, you can go up to the toolbar, click on the line spacing button. You'll notice that it's usually set to 1.15 spacing, and then you can just click on double. And there you go. There's your line spacing. You might also want to set the margins. Now this is actually usually okay, but let's take a look at it anyway. If you go to File and Page Setup, you can see the margins set for the document. This is the way it should be. Top, bottom, left, and right, 1 inch. If it's set to anything else, you should change all of these to be 1 inch. However, something that you should change is the paper size. We're in Japan, so A4 size paper is much more appropriate. You can either click OK to set it just for this document, or you can click here to set it as a default. That means that all new documents that you make will have these settings. I'm going to do that and then click OK. One more thing I'd like to show you is how to set indents. Many people will just click at the beginning of a paragraph and hit the Tab key. You'll notice that the ruler changes when you do this. Let me take that back and show you another way of doing the same thing. If you select your text, or even just click anywhere inside of a paragraph, in the ruler you'll see these 2 blue buttons. The bottom one will set the entire left indent, so all text will move. However, the top line is the first line indent. That means only the first line will move out by a ½ inch. All other lines in a paragraph will stay to the left margin. Now, you can also have what's called a hanging indent. That's where the first line is set against the margin, but all other lines, lines 2, 3, 4, and 5, are set a ½ inch off. And the way that you do that is that you click on the left indent, bring that over to a ½ inch, then click on the first line and bring that back to 0. And that gives you a hanging indent, something which is necessary when you're making your works cited list or bibliography in a research paper. That's all I'm going to show you for right now. Please practice these and make sure you know how to do them.